Hello guys, a massive welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Enyo. If you are an old subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to this channel. On today's video, I'm exploring a pottery making town right in the Volta region. So we are currently at where they source the clay for making the different types of pots they actually make in this town. So Mr. Emmanuel is showing me around and he's showing me where they actually source the clay. You can see from even the ground how swampy and also how much clay this land has got. Yes, so let's go right through into the process. So usually before anything is being made or is being worked on, they actually measure to know what the weight is for the required pot that is being designed or being made. So as you can see, it's being measured here, and then after there is the next process, which is the kneading process. It's just like kneading bread also, so you can see it's being kneaded there, and then the kneaded clay is then put on the potter's wheel, where the potter then molds it into the required pot vessel or vase they need. So as you can see, Mr. Emmanuel works on the clay, but he adds water to it and then he molds it into the required shape he wants. You really need a lot of precision when it comes to molding the clay into a required or into the preferred vase or vessel you're trying to mold. You see he's using all his fingers and he's pulling the clay up as the potter's wheel moves around. So he does what he does best, and yeah, let's see what he's gonna make out of this. There's a lot of water to help make everything easy to pull up and easy to actually mold into the preferred shape. Mr. Emmanuel has been doing this for over a number of years and he's an expert. He even trained some of the guys in the community. This is also a lady who's making the pots for storing water. So in this community, there are pots which is made by women and there are others made by men. As you can see, for the women, their pots, everything is done by hand. They do not use a potter's wheel as you saw Mr. Emmanuel doing. So this was what the lady was making. She was making the top part of the pot, which you can see, and also these are other women working on other pots, but these are for eating and also for grinding pepper, which is the asanka. This is also a smaller clay pot which has been made, and everything is being made by hand. As you can see what she's doing everything with her hand without the use of any potter's wheel. So she's going to go on and you're going to see how she finishes it off. So enjoy the process. She's making the base of the pot and she's molded some clay to put at the base, as you can see, and she's trying to fit that new clay onto the old clay pot she was making. She starts to smoothen it out to get that glossy finishing she needs. And she uses a cloth to smoothen it all together. But before, they were using leaves to do this, but due to modernization, they now use a cloth to make this process. After the clay is molded, it's then put in the sun for some time, and then after this is the next process. They actually smoothen it out and take any excess debris off, and so this is the smoothing process. Mr. Emmanuel works carefully to smoothen it out. Sometimes they also add designs. As you can see, he's adding designs to the clay pots that he's already made. Yes, that has been dried in the sun for about 1 hour. He then uses some water to smoothen it out, and he then goes on to take it off the potter's wheel when he's done. So after he's done with making the design, he takes it off the potter's wheel. He leaves it out for some days for it to also dry before it is then moved for firing later on. Yeah, so this would not be fired today, it would be fired later on in the week. So these are the pots Mr. Emmanuel made today with all the designs, and it's also going to dry in the sun, and then afterwards it will be moved into a room where it would stay for some days before firing actually takes place. So have a look at all the interesting designs he made. So after the clay has dried off in a room, this is the next process. It's then put into the kiln, and this is actually the step. You can see these are old pots that were actually made, and we are going to use that. Yeah, so everything is closed up, and then firing begins. There is a little hole that they have at the back of the clay kiln, which is called the spy hole, to see if the pots are ready. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and these are some of the clay pots that have already been made and have been taken out of the clay oven or the clay kiln. And yes, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, tell your friends about my channel, share actually, and like.